Are you actually a good person, or are you just too afraid to be a bad one? The shadow is everything you decided wasn't you, and it's not just the rage, the envy, the parts that feel ugly. Look closer. The silence you use as a weapon, that's shadow. The kindness you perform so people see you a certain way, that's shadow too. The helpfulness that keeps a secret ledger of everything you're owed, shadow wearing the best mask it ever found. It's been making decisions in your life while you take the credit. Everyone knows about the dark side. You've felt it move. Someone cuts you off in traffic and the reaction is completely disproportionate. Someone takes credit for your work and something moves in you so fast, you either go silent or say something you regret. That's real. But the shadow has another side. One that doesn't feel like darkness at all. It feels like someone else's life. The golden shadow is everything you suppressed because it felt too powerful, too ambitious, too much, too intense. Who do you think you are? Somewhere, at some point, you heard that sentence, and a part of you went underground. Not the ugly part, the powerful part. Think about the person you follow online for months. You don't know them, never met them, but you can't stop watching. That mix of fascination and something that tightens in your chest. That's not admiration. That's recognition. You're watching your own potential projected onto a stranger because owning it yourself felt like too much weight to carry. Or think about the last time someone said you were good at something. First instinct, deny it, minimize, redirect. Oh, it was nothing. Anyone could have done it. That's the golden shadow protecting itself in real time. Integrating the dark shadow means accepting what's ugly in you. Integrating the golden shadow means accepting what's powerful. For most people, the second one is harder, because at least the darkness is familiar. Here's the moment you can't unsee once you see it. You swore you'd never be like someone, a parent, a person who hurt you. You watched their behavior and thought, I will never do that. And then one day, under enough pressure, it came out of your mouth. The same explosion, the same cold silence, the same pattern, identical. You didn't escape it. You became the host. You built a persona on top of it, calm, unbothered, in control, and called that growth. But the persona is a lid, and lids don't solve pressure. They just make the moment it breaks more final. The more polished the mask, the more compressed what's underneath. The person who never loses their temper is carrying a shadow full of fury. The person who always gives has needs so buried they've stopped knowing they exist. The person who says they don't need anyone is starving for connection they've spent years pushing away. And the shadow doesn't stay inside. It builds your outside. You keep having the same conflict with different people, same dynamic, different face, different year. The shadow is hiring actors to play out the parts of yourself you refuse to look at. The person who never asks for help keeps attracting situations where they carry everything alone. The person who buried their ambition ends up working for someone living the life they wanted, watching from close enough to feel it, far enough to call it someone else's. The world isn't happening to you. It's showing you your own map, one encounter at a time. Now we leave what can be proven. We enter what can be felt as true. That anxiety that feels older than your body. That exhaustion you can't explain. The pattern of doing everything alone and not knowing why it feels so familiar. Research in epigenetic trauma found that what your parents didn't process changed the expression of your genes. The silence you carry may not be yours. It may have been handed to you by someone who had no language for it. Which means when you integrate your shadow, you don't just change yourself, you end a transmission that's been running for generations. And then there's the layer bigger than your family. For thousands of years, across every civilization, one specific thing was suppressed more than anything else. Not anger, not sexuality, not darkness. Power, complete sovereignty, the capacity to decide without asking permission, to build without needing validation, to take up space without apologizing for existing. A person who owns their power fully cannot be managed, doesn't need intermediaries between themselves and reality, doesn't look outside for answers that live inside. So the systems that survived did what all systems do when threatened. They convinced people that power is arrogance, that wanting too much is dangerous, that knowing your own authority is ego. And it worked. People believed it, internalized it, passed it forward, generation after generation, until it stopped feeling like a lie and started feeling like truth. When you feel that pull towards someone who moves through the world without apologizing, that's not admiration. That's yours coming back. And one more layer, one that appears across traditions with no contact with each other. Vedic, Gnostic, indigenous, Kabbalistic. The same idea, independently. The wounds you carry are not random. The specific people who caused them, the exact patterns they produced, the precise places they broke you open. These frameworks suggest you chose this as material, as curriculum, the exact life required for what you came here to do. The shadow you carry is not despite your life, it is the architecture of it. Sit with that for a moment. The shadow doesn't want to be destroyed, it wants to be seen. And when it finally is, the pattern loses its grip, because the part driving it no longer needs to drive blind. Who are you pretending not to be? Don't answer, just feel the weight of the lie. Next episode, you've seen the shadow. Now we go into what built it. The beliefs running underneath everything. The ones so old you stopped noticing they were there. The ones deciding what's possible for you before you even open your eyes in the morning.